Good morning. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another Mario Ramon discussion. Today, we're going to discuss Lil Nas X new video, Call Me By Your Name, Montero. All right. It's taken the internet by storm, and it actually had 27 million views in 48 hours. So, it did its job for shock value, and I did see it. I only saw it once. It'll probably be the one time I see it because I don't want to reprobate mind messing with Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? A reprobate mind is when you do a sin so much it just doesn't even become a sin. And I know I have enough of my issues that I do on my own to be going to hell messing with somebody else, especially Lil Nas X. Okay? So, for me, I wasn't shocked. There was like visually I seen things that I had never seen before, but it was just the energy just transferred. Madonna always that was her marketing tactic. Remember with erotica and MTV, they were like, "Oh, you're not putting that on MTV." When she was like going ballistic, in this hotel room, and in each door, everybody was doing something nasty, and then she's running down the hall, holding her finger in her mouth. She better not have done it during COVID, but running down the hall, holding her finger in her mouth, like I've been a bad girl. And then the other thing is Madonna also did like a prayer, and if you remember in that video, she act like she was French kissing Jesus in the video. So, like I said, I've never seen anybody give Satan a lap dance, but I also have never been to an Illuminati party. And I just think that, they told Lil Nas X, this is what you're doing. He's trying to act like he came up with the concept. And I'm like, child, you didn't come up with nothing, honey. They are using you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, well, I wanted to be a fallen angel and all that. They used scriptures from the Bible and put it in video form for teenagers and young kids to see and be demagnetized so they can have a reprobate mind. You want me to say it again for the people in the parking lot? The visuals, it's kind of like you get demagnetized when you play video games, running over people and shooting people, and then you just get demagnetized by the time you're 14, 15, 16, and you're like, well, shit, I have this embedded in my mind so much, you know what I'm saying? So you okay with running into somebody, or a little carjacking here and there and different things like that, because you're demagnetized to it. And I just feel that there was too much marketing and promotion and digital graphics and all of this for Lil Nas X to come up with this by himself. Back to Madonna, what I was saying is when she French kissed Jesus, she lost a lot of endorsements in that video. She lost the endorsements by, I think she was doing Pepsi, and they were like, oh, hell, no, you won't. No, you won't. And I don't even think it was just like Pepsi was ride or die with the religion like Chick-fil-A. I don't think they were even ride or die with it. I just feel that they were just like, we will lose the Sunday crew messing with you, Madonna. Like, that's what people drink, Pepsi with their Sunday dinner. So do you know how many millions we will lose messing with you doing this symbolism stuff? And Madonna also had the burning cross in there, and she was in church, and she was kissing in church, and her little thing, her teddy was all hanging off her shoulder and stuff. So like I said, we've seen it before, but we have never seen anybody give, especially a man, a lap dance for Satan. And he killed Satan in the end, but he did turn into a demon. So it was just all bad, and it showed Adam and Eve and the snake French kiss Lil Nas X. And somehow, I guess he died, and so he was going to heaven. He was going to heaven, and then there was an angel waiting in heaven that was like, no you won't. And I don't know, something happened, and then he just started falling down the hell on a stripper pole. I almost blacked out. And it wasn't that I was shocked. It was just like, it was Lil Nas X on a stripper pole. You know what I'm saying? So, but honestly, this probably was planned about 3-4 years ago, because people plan, you know how we plan a trip. We're like, oh, we're going to go to Puerto Rico. We're going to go to Italy, in 2 years, and we're saving for. People be planning their career. He probably knew he was going to be doing this, or they knew he was going to be doing this when he did Old Town Road or whatever. Ride until I can't go home. I'm gonna take my oh no. They already knew that. They was like, oh, and he gonna do this video in 2021 too. So it's perfectly planned and everything. But like I said, it's not for me. This is the point where I'm so glad I don't have children to look after when I'm at work and they're at home and they could possibly see something like this and impress their mind, you know, be impressionable. But the one thing I will say, engrave your religion in your child and they won't stray. You know, it would disgust them to see something like this. Well, oh no, no, my mother and my father wouldn't be happy. You know what I'm saying? Just teach them the way. If you know, teach them. And so when you see things that aren't for you, you'll turn on it. I know I would. I know if I were a child, if I were a teenager, like, because I didn't want to see Madonna's video, to be quite honest. But I did want to see that Truth or Dare concert. But, and then even then, when she did like a prayer in the concert, she got arrested in different countries for doing it. It was against the law in different countries to do what she did. I guarantee you, Lil Nas X video is banned over in the Middle East. There ain't shit you can tell me I know it's banned. They don't put that in their coffee over in the Middle East, honey. And if they did, they wouldn't stir it. They do not put this in their coffee. This is just American, you know, entertainment. But a lot of places don't put this in their coffee. The government will shut it down. It'll never even make it. It'll never even make it. Just like Madonna's videos got shut down on MTV. And what y'all need to be doing instead of, you know, making a video hype, because the more you talk about it and all of this stuff, the more people going to see it. And it's going to be 40 million people, you know, looking at it in another 48 hours. So if I were you, I would report it to YouTube or something like that and get it banned. And the thing is, not banned completely, but banned on the point where you would have to type in a certain code if you're over 18 to see it. Because to be quite honest, I don't want my 8-year-old to see it, or 9 or 10 or 11-year-old to see it. But they love Lil Nas X because of Old Town Road or whatever that song is. And that's how they get you. That, oh, that's my song. And then they play it, and then he goes on tour to the kindergartens. And then he goes on tour to the high schools. Did y'all remember how he did that marketing thing? He did Old Town Road, and he went all to the high schools, and he's coming up there. And I was like, well, who the hell is this little guy? You know, and then they giving him the accolades. Now he got the #1 single, longer than Mariah Carey. And now here we go with Call Me By Your Name, Montero. Here we are. This is how it's done. We're going to take these little souls from y'all. Snatch, snatch, snatch. Your little baby soul. All right, guys. Well, listen, I said what I had to say. Tell me how you feel about the new video by Lil Nas X and everything. And just tell me if you feel that it was marketing or if he really feels like that. I would say he really feels like that because now him and Nike have 666 shoes. I'm done with Nike at this point. I will be fucking some New Balances up. I will not have another Nike. I'm sorry. Like, this is what I mean. This is what you have to do. If you want it to stop, you have to protest and turn your back on it. Y'all get them new Nike Airs? Hell to the nah. So, I mean, you got to fight in the pocket. You can't fight, you know, rain with a glass of water. It's not going to work. So, you know, you can't be like, well, I can't believe that Nike would partner with Lil Nas X and these satanic shoes. Hey, man, let me get them Nike Air Max and stuff like that at the Foot Locker. No, that's not how that works, baby. You could shut it down if you really wanted to. And you cannot tell me that the proceeds from that tennis shoes is not going to some kind of satanic cult. And it's supposed to have a vial of blood in the shoe or a little pinch of blood. And they done prayed over the shoes. Just like you pray over your food and you believe it. People pray evil praise. All right. They pray evil prayers. That's why everybody who's praying for you is not for you. Don't touch me. No, I'm going to lay hands and pray on you. No, you're not. I was like that before COVID. Remember how Aretha Franklin shook Patti LaBelle at the White House when they were acknowledging Aretha Franklin, and Patti LaBelle tried to touch Aretha Franklin? Oh. Touch me. That's how I am. You ain't got to put your hands on me and all that. And even like, I'm not mad at him because at least he's doing what he's doing in the front. He's not doing the Derrick Jackson or, half of these other pastors that's preaching one thing and they're doing something else. And then you be finding out they messing with the little boys after church and things like that. I don't have time for that. And that happened at my particular church. I'll never forget. I had a job. I had a job at the mall. So there was a lot of times when I couldn't work at church because the mall opened at noon or something. I had to be at the clothing store because I worked at the clothing store 400 years ago. So when I was able to make it to church, the pastor, his name was Pastor Clark, and he was like, "What's wrong with you? You're going to run in and out of the church like monkey." And he said it in front of a lot of people, and I didn't know he was talking to me. He was like, you, Mario, you're running in and out of the church like monkey. I went ballistic. And my brother knew I was going to go ballistic. I'm like, because see, I respect him, but he got to respect me. And that's not, like, if you want somebody to do something, you don't ask them rudely, "Hand me the potatoes, stupid." Like, there's a way, and you have to, even though I was a child, you can't just talk to me any kind of way. Even when I was a teenager, because I was the only person who could protect me. So you're not going to just come to me any kind of way. I don't care if you're a pastor. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Watch how you were talking. And my family's, "Oh, no, that's Pastor Clark." I know who he is. Then he needs to act like a pastor. And come to find out years later, it was alleged that he was messing around with the little boys. He wanted some light-skinned green eyes, and I wasn't giving it to him. Okay, so, and also another thing is, like I said, these people, they hide behind these masks and this brand that they are, and nothing could be further from the truth. So, in that aspect, I do respect Lil Nas X for just being who he is. But doesn't mean we have to get with it, okay? So I respect him as an artist. He's the antonym of the Clark sisters. So I'll just go hand on and, play the opposite of him and just listen to my little Tweaky Clark play her B3. She's the B3 queen. And just, move from there, all right? Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me. Just rant, chat, and discuss. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you like the video, definitely like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below. And I'll see you next time on the Mario Ramon discussion. God bless you. Have a great day. Peace.